Hello everyone, this is Crystal Potthoff from Prayerful Arts, and today is the last in the series of these videos that I'm doing on the S division. So we did that one, we did this one, which was a faux brown egg, I'll call it that. We did this one, which this pattern was similar to this one, and then today we're going to do this one, which the lines are a little more horizontal. So if you see these three, you can see how the swirl goes in different angles. It's the same basic division, it's just how you draw the initial lines. So this was a lot of fun. This was based off an egg I did with horizontal lines, and I've had so much fun doing these. I can't wait to share this one with you, and I hope that you have found a lot of inspiration in these as you've been watching the videos and trying them on your own. So let's get started with this one. All right, so we're going to start with this division. And I've already drawn it into the grid, and I used my blue watercolor pencil, and I used the red one to mark where the equator was. So now this one, we're going to cross, when we start at the point here at the equator, we're not going to cross the line up above until we've gone through 3 spaces here. So I'm going to go, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Once you get one of them done, then you can get the other ones are easier to draw next to it. So there's one. I went about 1/3 of the way up the line. 2, and I'm at 2/3, and now here I'm going to there. And see, I've crossed over 3 spaces, and now we're going to do that again. I'm going to go 1, and then that's about 2/3. And then this one meets here. And then this one is going to go into this section and swoop around. So it's going to go like that. Now we'll turn it over, and we'll do the same thing over here. So we're going to go about 1/3. You don't have to measure this, just if you eyeball it, it'll be good. There was 3 squares. Now we'll do it again. 1. It is important to pay attention to where you are, because I will tell you, I have washed off this egg a number of times now, and the space, it's going to curl around and do that. This is the 3rd time I've videotaped doing this egg. I've erased the other 2 because I made mistakes. So there was 1. Now we're going to skip this one, and we're going to go to here. And we're going to do the same thing. And I'm just kind of judging my distance right here. So, and kind of keeping it even. I wasn't going to do black lines on this egg, but this poor little egg has been washed off so many times. I don't know if it's going to take the dye. We'll have to wait and see. So now I'm here, and I'm going to swoop it around like that. At the top, it's not as narrow as it is there, but it all works out. There. All right. Let's go back to the equator. We're going to skip that one, and we're going to do this one. I tell you, I was about ready to give up because like I said, this is my 3rd attempt to draw this out, which I thought was going to be so easy because I'd done the other ones. And this one I struggled with a little bit more. But now that I'm finally getting it, I'm really kind of liking it. You have to be persistent. Okay, and now we're going to do the last one right here. And it's just going to be kind of in between these two that are already there. Like I said, once I got this first one drawn, it was like, okay, I think I got it now. Do I? One, two. I shouldn't talk while I'm drawing the lines. Okay, we got to do the bottom yet. Where it is? It's right there. Okay. Whew, got it. Okay, so now we're going to start waxing this. I might had this idea, and I don't. Maybe I'm being too stubborn. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to plug the egg, and I'm going to take a tissue with some cleaning vinegar on it and wipe off, kind of lightly go over it to lighten up the dark pencil lines I drew so that I could wax it, because I really wanted the initial part to be white. If that doesn't work, then I'll be dyeing it black. So you'll find out when you come back which worked. Okay, persistence. We can do this. We can do this. So I have washed this egg lightly. I can still see the pencil lines, but we're going to hope that they don't appear at the end. And I am going to start waxing these elements. I did an egg a while ago where it was a lot of horizontal bands, and it was, I really liked the way the design looked. So I'm going to try to do something similar on this one. And one of the reasons I washed it lightly was because I'd kind of drawn out some of it. I didn't want to lose what I'd drawn out. All right, so I am going to be using my Luba's electric with the fine tip, and first thing I'm going to do is wax this line right here. Oh, it's another one of those that you can hardly see me waxing it. I am waxing it. I could bring out the candle heated, but I have a bit of a clutter, and I really want to get this waxed, and I don't want to clean up the clutter. Anyway, yeah, that was my decision. So I'm gonna wax this all around like this. The blue wax, it used to come out a lot more bluer, but maybe it's because the line's dark. That's why I'm having a little bit of difficulty seeing it. Okay. All right. So there's the top. All right. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to put in this wavy line next to it. And I'm going to start it here at the point. And it's just going to be a wavy line like this. Okay, I guess maybe it's the pencil. Pencil is a little too dark to see the blue on the camera, because you can see it. You can see this. I actually took a picture of what I drew with the pencil in case I wiped off too much of it washing it, because I was pretty sure I'd forget what I drew on there in the meantime. I've been a little scatterbrained lately. I'm not sure why, but I have been. All right, so about up to the top. because these are these like long flat lines, the lines themselves are kind of longer. All right, so we did that. All right, now I'm going to wax this line now. This line is going to have some elements that look like the pine needles coming off of it like this. But those are going to be in a different color. So all I really need to do for this one is wax the line, because I want the line in there to be white. But what comes off of it will be a different color. I thought I had, this is what happens when I clean up my desk. I know I have stuff. Okay, there it is. I have some black wax. I'm going to see if that will show up better. Well, the blue wax is still in there, so I have no idea where I bought the black wax. I've had it for a long time. All right, so I did that. Now I'm going to do another wavy line here. So the wavy line will be on either side of the, oh, wait, don't want to do it there. I'm going to start up here. So I'm going to start this wavy line here, so they're kind of opposite each other. Maybe this just needs a little encouragement. All right, now where was I? Oh, good heavens. Let's see. Okay, let's go find where. Okay, there it was. It was right there. I found it. Right here. We're going to do another wavy line. Oh. Well, wow, that made a difference, didn't it? Oh. Guess I have to make these wavy lines meet up. Yeah, see, I told you, I've been like a little on the scatterbrain side lately. Not really sure why, just have been. I wish I'd have cleaned it with the wire sooner. This is quite nice. Okay, and now I'm also going to wax this line. Oh my goodness, it's like the wax is just flowing out of it so nicely. I didn't get any dust globs, so maybe there was just a little wax bubble, or not a wax bubble, air bubble in there. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Now it's kind of slowing down. Come on, Kiska, you can do it. Okay. Now, in between these lines, Maybe I want to do it in between the whole line. I think I do. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, and I am going to start in the middle on this one. Okay, so I'm going to start here and I'm going to draw that line. And then off of it, I'm going to draw some leaves that look like this. All the way around. They're not going to be, I don't want them directly across from each other. So that's why I'm kind of drawing them, drawing a little bit of the line, a little bit of the leaf. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is why I was so upset that I had all those lines on there, because I had this really fun idea that I wanted to do on this egg. Now, this egg has been washed, I would say, at least 3 times. And I used vinegar on it at first because I had some other lines drawn on there that I was removing because I wanted to use a white egg for this pattern, and the only white egg I had started to draw another pattern on it. So I removed that pattern so I could do this pattern. And then this little egg got washed, and anyway, it had lines drawn, it had lines removed. So I'm very proud of it for hanging in there. Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay, now I got to start down here and do this, and let's see. Well, all right, we're going to draw the whole line. So I was going to start drawing the petals, but now I'm afraid I won't get them spaced properly. So we'll draw the petals. For me, it'll be backwards. Okay, here we go. So I saw eggs with patterns, not on a diagonal, more they were just on a horizontal. And one of my Ukrainian gift shop design books, and it talked about it being a spring egg that it had all these, like it had a bunch of flowers and things and the ones that went around it. And so it was like a song. And it's kind of how I see this. I mean, I know it doesn't have musical notes on it, but I like the symbolism of, springing forth and new life. And there we go. Okay. Oh, I like the way that turned out. All right, now I will dye it in the yellow, and then we'll put some more wax on it. All right, and here we have our little spring egg, and it's been dyed in the yellow. This is the Ukrainian gift shop yellow. So the first thing I want to do is make little lines in here. This is going to take a little while. This is going to take a longer while than I thought. That's okay. This is very pretty. I got a nice yellow, and yay, because I forgot to put this one in the vinegar before I put it in the yellow. And this was the egg that I had thoroughly abused with a washing and cleaning it off and rewashing it. And, all the different lines I have in there. I guess the next thing will be will all the lines come off. Some of them were a little darker than I wanted, but that's when you pull out the lighter fluid. or the Goo Gone and try and clean off the excess pencil lines. These bands are really long because they wrap around the egg, like almost completely around the egg. Maybe even, yeah, it wraps like, I think, around it and maybe plus one or two. Okay, so we got all those in. I'm going to do the same thing over here. But what I want to do now is on this viney thing, I'm going to have little things that go like that all along it. I'm trying not to do them opposite what's there, but sometimes that just doesn't work, right? And that's okay. So we're going to do that. All the way around it. And then I will, I'm going to rinse the egg and I'm going to dye it in the pink. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rinse it, and after I put all the wax on the yellow, I will rinse it and put it in the pink. All right, we have our egg has been dyed pink, and now I'm going to be using my Luba's Electric with the fine tip, and I'm going to add like kind of like pine needles, but they're pink. Okay, so we want them to go. Okay, I am going to start right here. And then I'll go up toward the top because I'm not sure how I want the top to look. Because it's very wide up there. Oh, look at that. I'm so sorry. Here we go. So this is the Luba's Electric with the fine tip, and I'm just making these pine needles. I'm going to make them a little bit bigger as I get to the top and bottom because I got some space here to fill up. Okay, now I'm going to kind of go where, they're sort of across from each other, but they don't have to be. But they are all, like pointing, they're all pointing that way. Yeah, they're not all exactly touching, there's a word for that in the leaf world, and I don't know what it is, where two leaves are directly across from each other versus side alternating. But I don't remember what the word is. And so pine needles, symbol for everlasting life. It's a plant, so it's growth. They're also just fun and relaxing to do, so it can be a symbol for that too. Or you just enjoy the process, just having some fun, putting wax on an egg and making a really cool design. And I'm not like doing 10 and then going back up. I wasn't even counting. I just did them for a while and then I went back and did the other ones. So these pine needles are only on one line, but the line goes all the way around the egg. So what happens is these pine needles within the design look like they're in between these two, which, well, I mean, they are in between those two. But that was what I was trying to do, and it looks like maybe I was successful in getting that done. All right, now I am going to put this in the light green. I am not going to I'm not going to rinse it off because this was the Ukrainian gift shop pink, and if you put it in the Ukrainian gift shop light green, it will go over the pink. You do not need to wash it. So that's what I'm going to do next, and we're going to, all these little leaves we're going to fill in. That's the next step. And here we have this beautiful shade of green on our egg. And now I am going to fill in all of these leaves. So everywhere there's one of these leaves, I'm going to fill it in. Just like that. All the way around. And then I'm going to put it in my final color, which will be the asparagus, which is a dark green color. And that is from Pysanky, USA. So after I get this done, and it'll just go straight in there, it won't have any washback or anything on it before I put it into the asparagus. And here is our finished Pysanka. Oh, I just love it. It's so cool. I love the swirl of this. I have to play around with this one some more. It was a lot of fun to get this division. It's okay. So this is the last in our series. This is the one where the lines are straighter. Where last week we did the ones where the lines were kind of straight. And this was the one where they were more of a 45-degree angle. And then this was the first one with the S division. So 4 very different eggs from the same type division. Isn't that amazing? I love taking a division and just really exploring it and seeing how much I can do with it. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for the suggestions on doing these. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video. Have a blessed day and happy egging.